blocked my well. It had served my family for generations. My grandfather dug it by hand. It kept our garden alive. It was our pride. They called it unsafe. A pink notice appeared on my gate. Cease private water use immediately. I thought it was a joke, but they were serious. A crew came one morning. Backhoes chewed the ground. Workers poured concrete into the mouth. 60 years erased in an hour. My faucet ran dry that night. Buckets sat empty on the porch. My children asked about the ducks. My wife stared silently at the window. The president posted a proud photo. Safety first, he bragged online. Neighbors applauded his post. They didn't see our loss. They didn't feel our pain. I gathered every notice and photo. I filed requests with the board. They ignored them all. People whispered but stayed quiet. My anger grew cold and sharp. This was theft, not safety. They had stolen our memory. I walked the fields at dusk. I found an old map in the shed. My father had taped it to a post. It showed hidden pipes underground. A valve marked Drain 7. I dug until I found it. A rusted iron wheel waited. I oiled it by flashlight. I tightened the fittings. I patched leaks with my own hands. I waited for the storm, and the storm came. Rain hammered the roof. Water pooled on the road. At midnight, I crept to the valve. My hands were numb. I turned it slowly. Water hissed through the pipes. Sprinklers coughed to life. Gutters overflowed with mud. Flower beds drowned. Lawns turned to swamp. The pool filled with dirty runoff. Basements began to seep. The president ran outside in panic. Neighbors shouted in the rain. Children splashed in flooded yards. News vans arrived at dawn. Cameras filmed the mess. The board scrambled for answers. They called plumbers and pumps. But water kept rising, because I kept the valve open. 3 days the flood lasted. 3 days of ruined pride. At the next meeting, they were silent. No smug speeches this time. They begged for calm. I walked in with evidence, photos of the crew at my well, the violation notice in hand, my irrigation map, my records. I demanded restitution. I demanded the well rebuilt. I demanded exemption forever. They argued, but caved. Weeks later, machines returned. They dug out the concrete. They drilled fresh stone. Water flowed again, pure and strong. My children laughed by the pond. Neighbors nodded with respect. The president stayed quiet. The board never touched my land again. I kept the valve ready. Not for revenge, but as reminder. They remembered the flood. They remembered the mud. So tell me, would you turn the valve too?